Thanks for logging on to Wayne.com for this special edition of Inside the Zone with Blake Sebring, the Komets beat writer of the News Sentinel, and the season opens in earnest this coming Saturday night. The Icemen from Evansville coming in for a 7:30 game against the Komets as we begin season number 60 here in Fort Wayne. And Blake, before we get into much of the details that we're going to be talking about, what are you most looking forward to about this 60th season?
I want to see the old-timers play again. That's always fun for me. And the most fun for me is not the game, it's the practices. To go and listen to those guys carve each other up and stuff. And that's just a riot. And nobody's sacred at those things. And those are always a blast. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how these kids progress and seeing how much better they get through the year.
Well, we've gotten a chance to see 2 exhibition games. Really one here at the Coliseum on Sunday.
3 scrimmages.
Yeah, they split with the Gems, so they've gotten in a good amount of work and they've made some roster cuts. As far as this team goes, where do you see as being the biggest area of improvement? Because in talking to Al Sims and all the guys, it seemed like in the offseason they wanted to A, get younger and faster, and B, get better at scoring goals, improve their offense.
Well, I think the best thing I've seen is on the defense. They're bigger. They move the puck a lot better. You never even notice Bryant Molly out there because he doesn't screw up. I mean, he gets the puck and it's gone. He knows where he's going. He doesn't even look up. It just goes and it's right on somebody's tape. Tristan Llewellyn's pretty good too that way. I was really impressed with David Steranke before he got hurt. Man, that kid has some technical side to his game that's really impressive.
And is Steranke, obviously he's got some skill, but in the 2 exhibition games, 14 penalty minutes, a guy likes to throw down. Is he going to kind of be this year's, I don't want to say Brad McMillan or John Morasti, but is he going to be this year's kind of tough guy?
Yeah, I think so. He's for right now. I mean, he's 6'3", 225. I mean, and the guy is, what's crazy about this guy is he's a defensive defenseman, and he's in the best shape of anybody on the team. I mean, you can't tire the guy out. He's amazing that way, and he's got an amazing attitude. He's like, I'm throwing guys into the boards, they can deal with it. You know, I mean, if they want to fight, I'll fight, but I'm not looking to go out there and start it, you know. But if they take a run at the goalie, okay, let's go. You know, I mean, he's got an amazing attitude, and he's just so solid defensively. I mean, the way he moves guys out of the way on the penalty kill so Nick can see the lane and stuff. I mean, you see some veteran things out of this kid. He's a rookie, you know, pretty much.
Now, you mentioned he's a defensive defenseman, but an offensive defenseman, or a guy that can definitely score, Jamie Milam, coming over from the Mudbugs, also Brett Smith. These guys won a CHL championship last year down in Louisiana. What do you think these guys had? Because Milam he started his pro career here at the end of the 05-06 season here in Fort Wayne with the Komets.
Yeah, and he showed a lot then. He was playing forward. What Milam brings is he and Bryant Molly were playing together in the scrimmages, and it's like, wow, they were fantastic together. Because you really didn't notice them, and they gave the forwards such an advantage because they just bing, bing, moved the puck, it was gone, and it was out of the zone. It's like nobody got a forecheck on them. And you could see the chemistry starting to work there with those two. And then you had Dustin was working really well with Steranke, too. And then you got Brandon and Frankie who played together, it seems like forever now.
As far as another addition goes, Jesse Benefield got him in a trade with Wichita. Here's a guy with 30 to 35 goal potential out there in a wing position. Well,
I think he might even be better than that playing with Chalker.
Really?
I know, it's kind of crazy.
Well, here's the thing.
But if you look at his career, who's the centers he's had?
I don't know. You're the expert.
I know. I'm saying I think this might be the best center he's had.
Well, that's good. But I think people forget that Tab Lardner, who led the team in goals last year, 31 goals counting the playoffs, he's not there. Benefield, he's going to be the guy that fills that role.
Right. And Bobby Chaumont can pick that up, too. I think they're going to put Leo on the wing and say, your job, crash the net and get to the net. That's all you got to do. You got to forecheck and get to the net. And I think Leo might be freed from all this. I think he might just do fantastic this year from that.
Well, you mentioned Chalker. How big is it that he'll be here for a full season? Because when he came back from Italy, I mean, the team totally changed.
Yeah, you can see it right now. I mean, yesterday he's working with Kaylee out there in practice, and Kaylee's he's showing Kaylee how to work this drill by switching his stick to his offhand, to Chalk's offhand, which is Kaylee's natural hand, and he's teaching him how to do it, and he's just doing it. And he's got 6 guys standing around trying to figure out what to do. You know, I mean, you can see that. I've seen the veterans do a lot more coaching already this year. I saw in the scrimmages, I saw Leo and PC doing a lot more talking, making sure that guys knew there was a third man coming high in the zone, that type of thing, making sure that people were getting picked up and, you know, there's a guy behind you, beware, you know, I mean, that kind of thing. It was just, there's been a lot more interaction on the team so far.
Now, tell us about Artem Podshendalov. What's the situation with him? Because this is a guy who, he's got great speed. He's kind of a little guy, but he had a really good run in the playoffs. What's the situation with Artem, the Russian assassin?
Well, his wife had some immigration problems. And that's why he didn't get here till last night, and he practiced today. The key question for him is going to be, we have no idea how long it had been since he skated. So it just depends what kind of shape he's in. He's not somebody he's really young, but he's not somebody who gets out of shape much, so he'll probably be able to play Saturday. But then the thing is where do you put him? You know, because there's some really, these kids have really made some impressive strides this year, and you just wonder how it's all going to fit together.
You can't be out of shape if you wear the kind of pants that Artem wears. They're a little form-fitting.
I didn't notice, but I'll take your word for it.
He's kind of got the European fashion thing going.
You're saying that you and I don't?
Well, we're more American fashion, blue jeans, that kind of stuff. He's got the Euro fashion going.
I guess you'd have to have a fashion sense to have that, too.
You would.